The story now, the eNCA Meyiwa Murder Trial continues today. The state's third witness will take the stand. While the identity is not yet known, it's understood the witness was present in the house on the night of the murder. The late Orlando Pirates and Bafana Bafana captain was shot dead at the height of his career back in 2014. 5 men are on trial for that murder. Slindelo Masikane is following the trial and joins us yet again. Slindelo, a bit earlier, I had wanted to touch on the identity parade. Can you give us a bit more clarity around that?
Before we get to that, Mfundo, you can see in front of you that the Meyiwa sisters have arrived. It's a big day, of course, where we are expecting the testimony of the state's third witness. Let's just get a sense as to how they're feeling. Ninja Nima.
Thank you very much for joining us as the media once again this morning. You were here yesterday hoping that the case would resume. We're told that perhaps we might go ahead this morning. Niyifemele nizizwa kanjani mhlambe nokuthi nilethemba lokuthi hayike sobeke siqhubeke ke namhlanje.
Sinethemba impela lokuthi ke namhlanje ama presidents azoqhubeka ayisiza ukuthi njengoba kuthiwa kunofakazi owumngani kaSenzo uzositshela kahle kahle ukuthi kwenzakalani on that day uSenzo alimala ngalo.
Sebanitshela ukuthi lofakazi ubani?
No, besingakazi.
Mina manibhekile ngoyinsolo zenu ubani?
Angesize sikwazi ukugesa ukuthi ubani. Ngicabanga ukuthi masifika ngaphakathi ecourt solinda leso sikhathi ukuthi size sibone ukuthi ubani ubizini.
Uma nimtshelile ukuthi kwenzakaleni izolo mhlambe namhlanje kuseni ufisani yena?
The only thing engicabanga ukuthi uyayifisa into esifisayo sonke njengomndeni ukuthi sithole iqiniso ukuthi kwenzakalani, and also the person obiziwe la asitshele kahle kahle ukuthi yini ngempela yenzeka on that day. Yes.
All right, Mfundo, just a quick check-in with the Meyiwa family in terms of how they're feeling ahead of court proceedings starting. From what I can tell now, it's 9:30. Of course, we know that the state is due to call their third witness, someone who was in the house. This is why the family has actually come out this week, flew up from Durban to hear that testimony yesterday, expressing their disappointment, their frustration at the fact that every time it seems we're making progress and some movement on this case, it seems that there's something that's going to delay it. Now, we are looking to my right. I can see Titi Tobane for the accused, which is 124, also making his way to court. But we are still outside 30 minutes before just to try and, get a sense as to whether we'll be able to see this witness actually coming to court. Will it be somebody in the house? Has the state changed their minds? We don't know. But what we do know, Mfundo, of course, is that there was an ID parade that wasn't done for the accused. We spoke to a legal expert with regards to this. Let's take a listen to that analysis.
Seems we don't have that particular bite.
The bite isn't available, but Mfundo, you can see Titi Tobane. Tobane, any sense? Do we know if the witness is here?
Oh, I'm not sure.
You're not sure?
No.
The state hasn't confirmed or not?
They don't tell us. We'll see in court.
You'll see in court. All right. Titi Tobane saying he as well. No idea if the witness is here, but saying that he is waiting for proceedings to begin at 10 a.m. In fact, I had a small chat with Advocate Slindelo Masikane when she arrived this morning, Mfundo, and she was also telling me that they have no idea whether, in fact, that witness arrived yesterday afternoon. We know the state's telling the court that they secured a flight for late in the afternoon on Monday, which was the reason why we had to postpone overnight. But of course, the defense then raised objections around this postponement, saying, but there are several other witnesses who are in Johannesburg who were in the house that are readily available to take to the stand, namely Kelly Khumalo, namely Gladness Khumalo, that's Kelly Khumalo's mother, as well as Longwe Twala, that we know are based in Johannesburg, and telling the states that they are wasting the court's time, that they are using delay tactics, and that in fact they should have ensured that at least someone was available to take to the stand yesterday. So of course at this point we will be camping outside court and for as long as we can until we can then go inside, expecting proceedings, of course, to start in the next 30 minutes.
I know that the judge was also quite critical of the prosecutor, the state, on that particular matter, saying it was poor planning on their part. As you state, there are those that could have been readily available in Johannesburg that could have come to testify. But insofar as the dates that are blocked for the trial, at least this week, are we ending on Friday, given that we've lost out on Monday?
Unfortunately, yes, and that is because we know that in terms of this trial, it's not the only one that's being run or being presided over by the judge. Counsel as well, in terms of the defense as well as the state, they are also seized with a number of other matters in the courts. And so when you set down a sitting for a particular period, it is expected that we will be running on every single day because of just how precious time is in this particular case. So for September, we had blocked out about 2 weeks. We began last week. This is the last week in September. We will be resuming once more in November for about another 2 to 3 weeks. But like you said, the judge quite critical on the state to say that it should not happen again, that we postpone proceedings simply because the witnesses are not available. And in fact, the defense had also warned the state, saying that if the witness doesn't arrive this morning, then they would possibly invoke Section 342A of the Criminal Procedure Act, which speaks to unreasonable delays that are in a trial, and just trying to ensure that the court monitors this and ensures that there are no unreasonable postponements in the matter. So, of course, at this point, it's a waiting game. Mfundo, I'm not seeing anyone who resembles anyone at this point who was in the house. But of course, we will be bringing you those visuals live as soon as we have